Hey there, Fallout lovers. This is Scott, aka The Intruder, bringing you another Fallout 4 news update. So today the trailer dropped, and if you watched my video yesterday, well, you know that I was right on, and I said it was going to drop today, and I was actually right. I couldn't believe it myself, but I was actually right. Anyways, so the trailer came out, and it looks pretty cool. Shows a lot of stuff about Automatron and what it entails, and it gives away, believe it or not, it's a little bit over a minute long, and it gives away a lot of stuff. So we're just going to talk about all that stuff. Um, so first off, they and not only did the trailer, but they announced a release date, the 22nd of March, which is from the time I'm recording this video, it's 1 week away. So it's it's not very far away. We'll be playing it in a week, in no time. Uh, I guarantee you, it's gone on sale in anywhere and everywhere. So um, if you can't find it, then you're not looking. So first off, I just really want to just break down this trailer, and the trailer is really cool. There's a lot of stuff going on in the trailer, and so I'm just going to break it down a few shots at a time. So the first shot, you see a robot with a pack on, and it's obviously some sort of weird automatron hybrid thing. It showcases what some things you can do while you're actually in the game. So basically, you can see that this robot has the head of an Assaultron and what appears to be the torso of an Assaultron, but it's not obviously not an Assaultron. It's got the legs of a different robot, arm of a different robot. The actual left arm might actually be the same, but it's definitely not a full Assaultron. And so, this just showcases what uh, the many things you'll be able to do in here. That I've tried to do the calculations in my head. I really haven't taken the time, but there's so many possibilities of making so many different robots and different looking robots. And in the video, I'll show you a few of the pictures that I see, or that I've seen anyway. So I just got a couple of shots of this robot, and I believe in the video, I believe that's the female voice that you see, or that you hear in the video. Anyways, so the next shot I want to show takes us to this prison-looking place. It looks like a big long prison cell block, and there's what appear to be a couple of sentry type bots, not actual sentry bots, but robots that are on guard. Probably just prison guard robots, perhaps. Who knows if it's a human prison or a robot prison? I can't really say. But I can say that they have red beams coming, or red lights coming out of their head. They appear to be on patrol. I could be reading this wrong, but that's what I see on this one. The next one, of course, what we see is the long-awaited RoboBrain. RoboBrain is back finally. To be honest with you, for the first little bit I wondered, well, where's the RoboBrain? And now, and I actually forgot about it. And now that I'm seeing the picture and seeing a RoboBrain, I'm like, yeah, cool. They got the RoboBrain back, so that's really cool. It's just a funky robot from Fallout 3, and it looks pretty cool. So I'm looking forward to seeing what goes on with the RoboBrain. The next picture I got here is the next couple, I should say, are what appear to be the actual Mechanist's lair. Now, for those of you that don't know, the Mechanist is the bad guy in the Automatron DLC. So in his lair, he's got a bunch of old robot parts. They're just sitting up on the wall, relaxing, or just, they look like shrines to older versions of robots. And then you see it looks like this guy is a raider, but with robots. He's got all sorts of crazy things going on here. It gives us a peek into the mind of the man who is the Mechanist. Which brings me to another question: is the Mechanist in this one? Is that the Mechanist from Fallout 3, or is it a different one, or is it the kid from Fallout 3 that was obsessed with the Mechanist? I don't know. What do you think? Just go ahead and tell me in the comments below what you think, who it is exactly. Anyways, so this is the layer of the apparent layer of the Mechanist. The next few shots I'm going to show you are of the actual workshop modification type center, or whatever you want to call it, whatever it's going to be called. I don't know, but it's just like your workshop for your power armor, only this is where you modify robots. It's a circular stand with a computer screen and what appears to be a keyboard on one side, and a couple of robotic arms and a half circle around this base plate that shows the robots being modified by this construct. And it's really cool because it shows a whole bunch of different funky looking robots, including one that looks like can only be described as some deranged teddy bear looking thing at the very end, which is just really crazy looking, huge robot. So from what it appears to me, this modifying robots here is going to be so many different possibilities. You can make so many different arms. You can put so many different arms, legs, heads, weapons, things like that on there. There's so many possibilities, and so I'm looking forward to making some battle videos with my concocted droids, which is something that I really plan on doing starting next week. But there's so many possibilities. So you count them. However many different chassis there are of robots, and then how many different arms and leg combinations and stuff. There's got to be hundreds. Just thinking about the math in my head kind of makes my head hurt, but there's got to be hundreds of different possibilities of robots. So anyway, so moving on. Then we see, of course, the sole survivor walking down the road with what appears to be a modified sentry bot, which looks pretty cool. So this is one of the pictures we've seen before, though. So it's nothing real new in this one. And then we see a few shots of some battles going on between robots, and some finishing moves, and some weapon displays, and you see an Assaultron head with the Assaultron eye weapon, shooting another robot with it. So, obviously you're going to see battles and stuff. I don't know how they're going to have it set up with the scripted events and stuff, or if you'll be able to go into the arena and fight your robots, but that'll be kind of cool. I'm looking forward to seeing some really cool battles. All right, so in this next clip we see an iRobot, which is something that we've seen, but we've never really been able to interact with a robot or an iRobot or do anything with it. And so it appears that we'll be able to even modify the iRobot and make our own version of Eddie from Fallout New Vegas. which looks pretty cool. So who knows? Maybe they'll tie that into Vegas, to the new Vegas game with this. I think that would be kind of cool to have a little bit of a, just a something to say. Okay, well, New Vegas, obviously existed and it's within the same universe, so that would be kind of cool, just a nod to that. And then we see a really big, giant, crazy Sentry Bot looking thing with big armor plates and spikes and some bad weapons sticking out and skulls on top, and just a big old crazy, like, I think this is the Mechanists, like, piece de resistance. Anyways, so it looks bad, looks pretty tough. And then, finally at the end, we see the Mechanist himself, in his new armor. It's a throwback to the Mechanist in Fallout 3, but it's more, modernized. It's 10 years down the road, so there's been some changes and it looks different. But then again, most everything in Fallout 4 looks different from Fallout 3 just because of the upgrade in the engine and the graphics and things like that. So also in this here shot, you see a fairly good picture of a modified Robo-Brain and a bunch of different robots that obviously belong to the Mechanist. He's got quite a few. He's got his army ready to go, ready to fight. So, which makes me think that, well, okay, so if you're going to fight the Mechanist, or possibly even be on his side, so I'm just wondering, which path will you choose if we're given a choice? And at the same time, if you are going to fight the Mechanist, are you going to have to build an army of yourself? And if so, that's awesome. Let's build some robots and see if we can take this, son of a gun out. And are we going to be limited to the amount of robots that we can make? Is it going to be kind of like how they limit the size in settlements, the size limit, and what glitches will there be? So that brings me to the next point. What glitches are there going to be in this DLC right here? Are there going to be a bunch of glitches? Are there going to be, a little bit, this, the beta that's going on right now as we speak. There are people out there who are actually being able to play this right now. Sadly, I wasn't one of them. Damn you, Bethesda. Anyways, I'll have to wait like everybody else. What stuff haven't I thought about? What do you think? Is there some things that you think that you want to discuss? Go ahead and comment below, and ask any questions. Let me know what you think. What are your thoughts on this? What do you think? What direction do you think it could go? And if you have any, answers to some of my questions that I've posed, just hit them up in the comments below. Well, anyways, I wanted to say thank you so much for watching. Go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button, and I will see you next time.